Well, I hope we can go out and play the same aggressive style of ball we've been playing all year.
What about Chicago Manley? What kind of problems do they present for you?
Well, we're going to balance up pretty well size-wise. It'll be one of the first times this has happened to us this year. But they're a great ball club. They got good personnel. They run well, and they jump, and should be a real battle.
Jim, your team for you have had two comparatively slow starts. Does this concern you?
Well, this team's always been a slow starter. We started slow all year long. It concerns you. You'd like to jump right out there, you know, but as long as they got the courage and the guts to come back, why, we don't worry about it.
You've got a fine balanced team, but I know Mitch Arnold's been a marked man for you a lot of times this year. What do you do when they come on with a box and one or a junk defense against a guy like that?
Well, we've got a regular offense we go to whenever this happens, and Mitch mismoves, and we go ahead and we're trying to beat everybody else, and if they double team him, somebody else is open. We feel like we got enough people to take care of it.
Jim, what do you think the key will be in the game tonight?
I think if we can get good balance, I think we'll be there.
Congratulations on your season. You've had a dandy, and good luck.
Thank you.
That's the head basketball coach of Effingham, Jim Maxedon, and now let's go back to Jim Turpin.
You're looking at the Flaming Hearts of Effingham. They have lost just one. That was 65-64 to Cahokia in the Salem Invitational Tournament. They'll play a team, Chicago Manley, a ball club that also has lost one game. They lost to Chicago Collins 55-54, and then came on in the Public League playoffs to defeat that same team 67-55 on the way here. A very good crowd on at the Assembly Hall in Champaign. The third place game is over. It has been won by Aurora West 68-63, and we are now ready for the entrance of the color guard, the playing of our national anthem by the Galesburg Band, and the singing of the national anthem by Bill Olson. Here is Tom Trent, the PA announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the presentation of the colors by the Galesburg High School Color Guard, we ask you to stand and join soloist William Olson of the University of Illinois in the singing of our national anthem as it's played by the Galesburg High School Cut Band.
Inspiring sight, the color guard, the playing of a national anthem by the Galesburg Silver Streak Pep Band, and the magnificent voice of Bill Olson from the University of Illinois. He's the director of the men's glee club here. And as the color guard makes its way off the field of play, we prepare for the introduction of the starting lineups for these two ball clubs. It should be a beauty. Two teams with 30-1 records. The Flaming Hearts of Effingham 30-1, Chicago Manley 30-1. Once again now, Tom Trent.
And now let's meet the people involved with tonight's championship game. First of all, for the Wildcats of Manley High School in Chicago. Their record 30 wins, just one loss. Their head coach, Willie Little, in his fourth year at the school, where his record is 113 wins, 29 losses. And now let's meet the team members for Manley. Number 12, James Yarbrough. Number 13, Michael Buchanan. Number 21, Leonard Jones. Number 30, Dwayne Rose. Number 31, Craig Pickett. Number 33, Rodell Roberson. Number 42, Maurice Watson. And now the starting lineup for the Wildcats of Manley. At a forward, a senior, 6'7", number 34, Vincent Johnson.
Averaging 12.7 on the year, Vincent Johnson.
The other forward, a senior, 6'4", number 44, Timothy Anderson.
An outstanding outside shooter has really helped this ball club, averaging 13.3.
Center for the Wildcats, a senior, 6'10", number 52, Russell Cross.
Power of strength inside, averaging 17.4 on the year.
At one guard for Manley, a senior, 5'8", number 10, Roy Spearman.
Averaging 5.1, Roy Spearman.
And the other guard for the Wildcats, a senior, 6'4", number 22, Ronald Washington.
The team's second leading scorer, averaging 13.6, Ronald Washington. Chicago Manley Wildcats.
And now let's meet the Flaming Hearts of Effingham High School. Their record, 30 victories, just 1 defeat. The head coach of the Flaming Hearts in his 13th year at the school is James Maxedon, where his record is 248 wins, 102 losses. The team members for the Flaming Hearts. Number 10, Steve Bouchou. Number 12, Gail Higgs. Number 20, Chuck Keller. Number 24, Jeff Wolfer. Number 30, Ted Gravenhorst. Number 32, Jim Shadowins. Number 50, Don Deeker. And now the starting lineup for the Flaming Hearts of Effingham. At a forward, a senior, 6'3", number 52, Dallas Osborne.
Very good inside player, averaging 8.6.
The other forward, a senior, 6'5", number 40, Dale Groupie.
The team's third leading scorer, averaging 15.7.
Starting at center for the Flaming Hearts, a junior, 7 feet 2.5 tall, number 44, Uwe Bluff.
The tallest player ever to play in the state tournament, averaging 17.3.
At a guard, a senior, 6'2", number 14, Brad Neat.
Good ball handler, good player, 8.3 average.
And the other guard for the Flaming Hearts, a senior, 6'5", number 42, Mitch Arnold.
Mitch Arnold averaging 25.4 on the year, an all-stater in everybody's book. And the officials are Dennis Friend and Larry Nemmers. Friend from Barrington, Nemmers from Elgin. It'll be Effingham 30-1 against Manley, also 30-1. Well, Dick Campbell and Frank Bissoni, we are set for a good one. I don't ever remember when a championship game was awaited with the anticipation of this one. I think it's because they match up so well.
Yes, the bodies out there are going to be a lot like a college basketball game. 7'2.5" at one end, 6'10". The guard, the big guard at 6'5", and the small guards are small ball handlers. The big forward, the quick forward, there are big, ideal proportions, really, and they both can play. They both play the defense and the offense. It's going to be a real great ball game.
Number 52 in the black is Russell Cross at 6'10". Moving in to jump against him at 7'2.5" is Uwe Blom. We're all set to go. The tip is controlled by Manley. Out front with it, that is Spearman. They lob for Cross right away, and Blom takes the ball away from him. The pass was a bit overthrown.
Effingham in a 2-3 zone to start off. That's their tactic, and it's man-to-man for Manley.
Brad Neat brings it down. Gets it to Groupie. He drives on his man at the top of the key. To Neat. There is Mitch Arnold, and he is fouled. The foul is on Ronald Washington. First foul of the game.
Mitch Arnold's a handful to handle. He averages 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists as Jim Maxedon looks at his star player.
Ron Washington is guarding Mitch.
Here is Neat. Inbounds the ball to Groupie. Overthrew it. Intended the ball for Arnold out of bounds. Arnold scored 31 of the super sectional win. He got 39 here yesterday, 19 this afternoon.
It's about a three-quarter court 2-2 press, 2-2-1 press.
Anderson to cross across the line to Vincent Johnson. Out front, that is Spearman. No score yet. The championship game in AA, they get it into cross, and Flop fouled him from behind. First foul on Uwe Flop.
I think the officials are going to establish no hands in there early. That was a kind of a minor touch in there by Uwe.
Tim Anderson will inbound for Chicago Manley. We played almost a minute. There is no score. Washington out front to Spearman. In the corner, that's Anderson looking underneath. Short turnaround jumper is up. No good. Johnson. Rebound Arnold for Effingham. Off to Neat. We played 1 minute first period. On the side, Groupie drives. Top of the key. Down the lane. Lays it off the board. Missed it. Arnold tipped the rebound. Groupie had it. Lost it. Going three now on the layup. Going all the way is Spearman, and Manley breaks on top 2-0.
I think this is the first time that we have seen Effingham's man-to-man offense in the tournament. The two previous games have been zone.
Neat inbounds the ball to Arnold. Back to Neat now. He's being dogged there by Roy Spearman. He gets across the line with no trouble. Now Groupie looking underneath for the big guy. Doesn't develop. Now they get it to Flop. He drives on cross, lays it up and off the board and in. 2-2 tie.
The big guy put it on the floor and took it to the basket there. Nice action. Look at it. Up. Look, here intercept.
Trying to knock the ball away, but it is retrieved by Johnson for Manley. Off to Spearman. In the corner now is Anderson. They get the ball across. His shot is blocked. It is picked up by Neat. Now he stops for the Flaming Heart to Flop, and he stops it two-handed. 4-2 Effingham.
In Effingham, they call this sauerkraut thunder.
Here is Spearman. Deep pass to Washington in the corner. Cross-courts the ball to Anderson. Long jumper Anderson. In and out. Rebound right under there. Stuffing it himself is Cross. How do you like that?
Back in your face.
4-4 tie. And the Assembly Hall is buzzing. What a start we have had here. Brad Neat for Effingham. First shot Arnold. Around the rim, no good. High for the rebound is Cross. They double up on him and he clears the ball off to Anderson.
Are you sure this is a high school game, Jim Turpin?
Well, they're playing up around that rim, aren't they?
Cross really got up on that rebound. His knee injuries or miseries may be over.
Oh, there's Cross right underneath. Lays it off the board and he got good position on Flop and put it in. 6-4 Manley.
They're both taking that ball inside. They're challenging one another.
Here is Brad Neat. Guarded by Spearman. Looking underneath, high post Arnold. He drives. He pumps about a 20-foot jumper. He didn't make it. It goes to the corner. It's run down there by Osborne. Underneath, Groupie. His shot is up and in. The score is tied at 6.
Nice pass off the jump shot there by Osborne. Kicked it down there to Groupie.
All the way Spearman. Gives the ball to Johnson. Short jumper along the baseline. 8-6 Manley. 4:36 to go in the first period. These two teams just came flying at each other, just as we expected. Here is Neat to Groupie. He drives down the lane. He passes off. The shot is up. Flop. Good. 8-8.
Groupie has not scored a lot in the early games, but he seems to heat up against that man-to-man. Maybe this is where he's going to come with his 15-7 average.
Spearman deep pass off on the side to Washington. Back to Spearman. Bounce it in the corner. Anderson underneath. Short jumper is up and deflected out of bounds. Johnson had the shot. It was knocked into the band. It'll be inbounded by Timothy Anderson. 4:03 to go in the first period. 8-8 tie. So a lot of them started on the way down here. Just 2 left. Underneath. Ball knocked away. Flop picks it up off the floor. And he gives it to Brad Neat. Needs the block. Osborne long jumper. Off the board. Too strong. Grupe tries to chase it down in the corner, but it's off his hands. And Blopp was over there trying to get his hands on the ball, and he has shown much more activity than usual.
That time they brought Ove outside and had Mitch posting up inside. That was a different look. 7-2.5 looking inside.
Watch Russell Cross. He's really setting a vicious post down low. He wants that ball.
Here's Washington, takes the shot, does not take it. Gives it instead to Spearman. 3:28 to go for the period. They lob underneath. Shot is up and off the board and good. That is Johnson. And it's 10-8 now. Manley on top by 2. Brad Neat brings it down against Spearman. Two teams just trading baskets. Here is Arnold. He drives and he is fouled, and Ronald Washington got him his second.
Jim, the Chicago area has missed winning the Class AA title only once since 1966. That's when Peoria Central won in 1977. So Effingham comes in carrying the downstate flag. Manley tries to keep the crown in the north.
Inbounding the ball for the Flaming Hearts along the sideline will be Brad Neat. And he gets it into the All-Stater Arnold. His turnaround jumper behind the board is good. Oh, he had a difficult angle. He got it home. 10-10 tie. Spearman cross-court to Timothy Anderson. He's done a great job for Manley on the outside in this tournament. He looks underneath for Cross. Cross now comes to the high post, and Spearman has the ball. On the side, Washington. Top of the key. He won't shoot. Anderson looking underneath. Gets the ball to Johnson. They two-time him and kick it out of bounds.
Ball goes inside. The defense out in front collapses very well.
Leonard Jones into the ball game for Manley, and Steve Bouchou into the ball game for Effingham. A timeout has been called with 2:44 to go in the first quarter, and the score tied at 10. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance. Effingham High School, of course, in Effingham County, Chicago, Manley, and Cook County. The high school enrollment at Effingham is 945. At Manley, 1,500. The ball belongs to Manley. They clear it way out front. Now underneath Cross. The ball is stolen away from him by Effingham. Arnold has it, and he gets it off to Steve Bouchou. This little guy has come on and done a fine job for Effingham off the bench. Now Grupe, he drives down the lane. Short jumper blocked by Cross and picked out of midair by Johnson.
The reaction of the crowd, the big ooh, and Russell Cross put up the arm.
Long jumper up there. Anderson didn't make it. Rebound Arnold for Effingham. 10-10 tie. 2:14 to go in the period. Bouchou brings it down against Spearman. Looking underneath. In traffic, gets it off to Grupe. For Bouchou. Bad pass. Deflected and picked off by Cross for Manley. Off to Spearman. Deep pass now. That is Johnson. His shot is up. It's good. Vincent Johnson from the right side puts Manley in front 12-10. Here is Grupe. Coming across the line. Not quite across here yet. Gives it to Bouchou instead. Shovels in the corner. Arnold for the jumper from there. He did not make it high for the rebound. Cross. 12-10 Manley. 1:39 to go. First quarter. In the corner. Driving. That is Jones. He's in traffic, so he has to clear out front. Spearman. Side to Anderson. Now Spearman, a minute and a half, into Cross. He's open for the hook, and he made it. Kind of a lunging hook, making it 14-10.
Yeah, a power move back to the middle, Jim, and he put that right up over top the big guy. Nice move.
Bouchou with the ball, gets it off the Neat. To Block. Playing way out on the side now. He cross-courts it to Bouchou. Underneath the Grupe. His shot is up and in, and he is fouled. He changed hands to the ball, put it in left-handed, and was fouled underneath. And picking up the foul is Vincent Johnson.
Nice baseline bounce pass with the left hand away from the defense. Grupe came in with the left hand, used the glass. Nice execution.
It is now 14-12 Manley. 1:04 to go in the first quarter. Grupe can cut it to 1, but he rimmed it. And the rebound pops out of there to Timothy Anderson. Drops a pass for Spearman. Now Anderson looking underneath. Crosses now is on the high post. He has the ball on the high post. Driving, that is Johnson. Off to Spearman. They get it now to Jones. Anderson looking to Cross. There's that lunging hook. Blocked by Block and took it right out of his hand. Oh, that's a battle in there. Cross at 6-10. And Blopp at 7-2.5.
That was the same move that time, and he blocked it that time. He timed it.
That's a duel in the rafters between Blopp and Cross.
Long jumper from the corner is good. That is Brad Neat. And it's now a 14-14 tie with 19 seconds to go. We're in the first period. Roy Spearman with the ball, and Manley will hold for one shot. Now 10 seconds. Now 7, 6, 5. Long jumper corner, and he made it. Timothy Anderson from deep in the corner puts Manley ahead at the quarter by a score of 16-14. And one of your network sponsors is DeKalb Ag Research.
The state championship game between Effingham and Manley. Frank Bissoni, Jim Turpin, and Dick Campbell. Any rebroadcast or other use of the descriptions or accounts of this telecast is prohibited without the written permission of the Illinois High School Association, which also has the approval of the announcers used on this network.
In the first quarter, Effingham 7 of 13 from the field, 53%. Manley 8 of 12, 66%. The second quarter tip control by Effingham. Bouchou gives it to Blopp. Uwe underneath. And there's Osborne called for traveling. He got the ball in pretty good shape down there, and his anxiety to get it up and off the board traveled.
They're keeping good track of Mitch Arnold. He's not really had his usual control of the ball game. I think he's only had one bucket.
16-14 Manley. With it is Spearman. Jones back to Spearman. Now Anderson. There's Jones free for the jumper, and it is short. The rebound is up and good by Vincent Johnson. A good follow. 18-14 Manley. But the ball is Neat. Now Dallas Osborne. He's going to take it right down the lane, and he is called for a travel. Another travel on Osborne. A little 2-on-1 there, but he saw the tall timber underneath. And it belongs to Manley. They'll inbound it. Bring it down to Spearman. 7:14 to go for the half. Passing underneath. There is Cross. He's free for the short jumper, and he made it. Good feed underneath, and Russell Cross got the basket. It's 20-14 now, Manley.
Effingham is compacting that zone back in there to give a little help on Cross.
Long jumper right side. It's good. Mitch Arnold. 20-16. These two teams just flying at each other back and forth.
That transition game gives them an opportunity to get the ball to Mitch Arnold, and they're going to have to find him and get the ball to him, let him get his usual number of shots.
With the ball is Leonard Jones. He pumps it up. It's no good. It goes to the floor. Picked up by Blopp. He gives a good pass off to Neat, but it does not develop, so Neat has to stop. Off on the side now, and there's Osborne, and that's the third travel in a row on him. Dallas Osborne is called for another travel. It belongs to Manley. Dale Groupie back in for Effingham, and Osborne will come out. That young man there has played some terrific basketball in this tournament for Effingham.
He really has, Jim, and he's sliding those feet just a little over anxious.
Here is Roy Spearman. His team, Manley, leads it by 4, 20-16 with 6:25 to go in the half. Here is Anderson back to Spearman. And now Jones, he's free for the jumper behind the key, and he got it. Nothing but net on that one. It's 22-16. First 2 points on the game for Leonard Jones. Brad Neat brings it down. Out on him is Anderson. Neat to the right side. Gets the ball to Blopp. They're looking for Arnold. There is Blopp. Fakes the shot, doesn't take it. Gives a good pass underneath the groupie, and he is fouled by Timothy Anderson. Good pass by the big guy.
This is the most that Dale Groupie has been involved in the offense for Effingham in this tournament. Look at this downstairs here. He got fouled right before he made a nice reverse move for a layup.
I think running against the man-to-man defense gets him going. That's right. He plays better against the man-to-man, perhaps.
Willie Little, who's won 113 and lost 29 in 4 years at the helm of Chicago Manley.
Ball will be inbounded by Effingham in the corner. Long jumper. That is Arnold from deep in the right corner, and it's 22-18. Boy, he had some game to open this tournament. 39 points after 31 of the Super Selection Bowl on Tuesday. It's 22-18 Manley. They look for Cross underneath, but can't find him. Instead, it comes out front to Jones. Now they lob for Cross, and Blopp goes up with him, and backing in is going to be called against Cross. The two of them went up. That is a foul on Russell Cross.
Both of them went for the basketball, and official, Larry Nemmers, thought that Cross stepped into Uwe and made the contact. Uwe sprinted to the other end of the court after that call. Youthful exuberation.
That sprint took exactly 3 strides.
Uwe Blop. His first name is spelled U-W-E, pronounced Uwe. His last name, B-L-A-B, pronounced Blop. He is 7'2½", a foreign exchange student from Germany.
Boy, you like his intensity, and he's a real student of the game.
He missed the free throw. They fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. It is hit last by Manley. Vincent Johnson knocked it out. It belongs to Effingham to be inbounded by Steve Bouchou. 5:38 to go now for the half. Bouchou had the ball deflected, just knocked away and grabbed by Cross.
That was Bouchou thrown in over Vincent Johnson at 6'7", and he got a piece of the ball.
That's a good point. Bouchou's only 5'6". It's really difficult for him.
Here is Spearman. Deep in the corner, Anderson. Back to Spearman. Cross courts the ball to Jones. He drives, he pumps it up there, and he missed it, but Blop fouled him. There's the big guy, 7'2½".
He leaves his feet. He goes up for that fake. He's got to learn to stay down and not commit till he sees ball.
At the line will be Leonard Jones, 6'4", 180-pound senior. He's averaging 7.1 on the year. He'll have 2.
That was Uwe's second foul.
He got it. That is 3 points in the game for Jones. It is now 23-18 Manley. The third place game has been won by Aurora West over Lincoln, 68-63. This one rolls around and misses Arnold. Rebound for Effingham. And he gets it off to Steve Bouchou.
Now we're seeing a 2-3 zone by Manley. Be interesting to see how Effingham's able to attack it.
They're going to look for Arnold.
There's the ball deflected out of bounds by Vincent Johnson of Manley. It belongs to Effingham. 5 minutes to go for the half. In the corner, Arnold. They lob for Blop right underneath, and he dunks it. Oh, he just moved that ball strong against Cross.
He's just been getting better each quarter and each ball game in this tournament.
And he's just a lad. He's only a junior.
23-20. Manley leads it. 4:44 to go. In the corner, Anderson, now Spearman. He looks underneath. The last time Blop did that, Cross came back with a stuff of his own, but this time he does not have the opportunity because the ball is stolen by Effingham. Bouchou brings it down. Now to Neat on the side. Groupie almost stolen away. They go to the floor. They scramble. Grabbing it out of there is Spearman. Oh, the little guy made a good move that time. He holds it deep in the corner now. Jones knocked away, but Spearman gets it back. 4:14 for the half, 23-20 Manley.
They've got to go in against Uwe and try to get that third foul before the half. He's got 2, and he's making a lot of contact in there. If they just penetrate to Russell, I think the third one might happen.
Instead, it's Spearman with a long jumper, and he got it for Manley. 25-20 now. Manley leads it. Bring it down to Steve Bouchou for the Flaming Hearts. Arnold cross-courts the ball to Neat. He pumps the long jumper, and he got it. Brad Neat from the right side. 25-22 Manley. 3:41 for the half. Neat has scored 4. Spearman brings it down for Manley. Now Anderson. In the corner once again, Anderson, Spearman. That is Jones. They're looking for Cross. He is well covered underneath. Always looking under. Instead, Anderson baseline. Now there is Johnson. His shot is not good. Rebound grabbed by Arnold with the quick hands again. He has shown that throughout the tournament. That ball is loose on the floor, and there's a crowd of people. Mitch Arnold usually gets it.
He's so cool and poised on the court.
Bouchou to Arnold. He drives, and he is fouled. Vincent Johnson got him. Back in the ball game now is Ronald Washington for Manley, 22. Out is number 21, Leonard Jones. It's the second foul on Johnson. At the line will be Mitch Arnold. Arnold is a 79% foul shooter on the year. He has averaged 25.4 as his team, the Flaming Hearts, have averaged over 90. He made the first. They've been over 109 times.
Jim, we genuinely appreciate the many cards and letters and telegrams we've received about our coverage of boys basketball tournaments. And we'd like to thank you. As Arnold makes another, anybody who's written us, we thank. If you have comments, we'd like to hear from you. Write high school basketball, Box 1112, Bloomington, Illinois, 61701.
Manley by 1 with 2:54 to go for the half. Out front it comes to Johnson. On the side now, Washington. Back to Johnson. Now to Spearman. Spearman left side to Anderson. 2:41 now for the half. It's 25-24 Manley. Boucher tries for the steal, doesn't get it. Instead, Johnson in the corner to Anderson. Looking for Cross. Groupie is backing in on Cross when he comes on that side. And you can see that he has been well covered. Here is Washington with kind of a set shot from the deep in the corner, and he got it. 27-24.
That defense is packed in behind the free throw line. They're going to have to go to that situation and put it up from outside again.
Boucher brings it down, gets it off to Groupie. Now Neat. That is flopped, and he lobs underneath for Arnold, who tips the ball to Groupie, who makes the layup. The basket's going to count, and he is fouled. Well, that was a nice bounce of the ball for Effingham.
That was, here's the lob pass, and Arnold, I think, deflected it deliberately over there to Groupie, and he got the bucket, the possibility of the three-pointer.
27-26, Manley by 1. Groupie can tie it.
If he did do it deliberately, what a heads-up play.
3 seconds remain to be played in the first half. The score is knotted at 27.
So far, this game's a 10. Uwe Blop, the big center, looks like he's somewhat tired, Dick, and looks like Effingham was pointing at Mitch Arnold saying, go there on offense.
Yes, he's doing a nice job of keeping Russell blocked off the board, but Russell's very active once the shot goes up. He just doesn't stand behind Uwe. He fights to try to get free.
With the ball, Washington for Manley. 1:52 to go. Looking for Cross. Blop is now playing behind him. Well, they're giving him that shot right at the free throw line. Instead, Johnson gets free for the layup and makes it 29-27 Manley.
Well, they're concentrating so much inside trying to stop Russell that the defense got a little passive out there. They're packed way back in.
Boucher gets the ball off to Groupie, but it's through his hands, and it's picked up by Washington for Manley. Here they come in a hurry at the free throw line for the jumper. He got it. The basket counts, and he is fouled. The foul is on Steve Boucher.
Ronald Washington, nice body control. He lets up a little bit here, gathers, goes straight up, hangs, nice jumper.
31-27. Just when it appeared that Effingham was going to have a layup to tie the ball game, the ball got away from Groupie. They came down, and Washington scored on the jumper, has a chance to complete the three-point play. Rebound Arnold. 31-27 Manley, 1:19 to go in the second quarter. Dallas Osborne up off the Effingham bench. He'll be coming in a moment. Long jumper, Neat. He got it. Brad Neat from the right side. He's averaging 8.3 on the year. He has scored 6 already in the championship game.
3 outside shots. He's shooting very well on the perimeter. I think that's very important that he's shooting that well, because we're going to see a lot of zone from Manley in the course of this game.
31-29 Manley. 52 seconds to go. They may be holding for one here. Let's see. Now they don't appear to be, because Washington continues to look underneath. There is Spearman. But look at that Effingham defense. They've got all 5 players. The free throw line, behind the free throw line. Come out a bit now. There's Anderson. 28 seconds to go. Manley leads at 31-29. Washington does not take the shot. Spearman. 21 seconds now. Johnson. 16. 14 seconds. Now 10. Now 9. Spearman with it. 31-29. 5 seconds to go in the half. Now Spearman. Long, long, long shot. Oh, and he made it. Timothy Anderson is farther away than he wanted to be, I am sure, but he pumped it in. It's 33-29. This is Jim Turpin along with Frank Bassoni and Dick Campbell. We're at halftime. Manley leads Effingham for the Class AA Championship 33-29, and the shooting, Dick Campbell, in half number 1 has just been phenomenal.
Effingham 68% on 13 for 19. Manley has almost matched that, 16 for 24 for 66% shooting. This is what you like to have the two top teams in the state playing at their very best in the championship game.
James Maxedon of Effingham reminds us they're a second half team. If they shoot any better than that, the lights will go out.
There's a tip. Flop once again. Out jumps Cross. And the ball belongs to Effingham, and is Brad Neat with it. 33-29. Manley leads Effingham. Third place won by Aurora West, 68-63 over Lincoln.
Back to the man-to-man for Manley.
Ball knocked out of Osborne's hands, out of bounds. It belongs to Effingham. It'll be inbounded over there by Steve Bouchou. Once again, Dale Groupie is not in the lineup. Along the baseline, that is Arnold. Puts it down. It's 33-31 now. Effingham cuts it to 2.
That's what makes him such a fine college prospect. He likes that turnaround jump shot. He can take a small guard in there and shoot turnaround jump shots all night long. He did that on Johnson, 22. Around Washington.
There's Johnson having the ball knocked away from behind by Bouchou. And he's going to bring it down. Little guy did it again. He has really been a valuable cog in this Effingham attack. Here's Flop, jump shooting over Cross. Missed everything. Rebound Anderson. Shouldn't say rebound, actually retrieval of the air ball. There is Washington's jumper. The round off. It's good. And it's going to count, I think. The foul is going to be on Arnold. Let's see. Foul is on Mitch Arnold. The basket is good. That makes it 35-31 Manley. Arnold picks up the foul. That's his first. Inbounding the ball will be Tim Anderson for Manley. Way out front it comes to Washington. Now Spearman. They have a chance for a 4-point play here. On the side, Anderson. Now Spearman to Washington, looking underneath. Ball covered. Once again, that Effingham defense just sinks back and back and back. They're all inside the free throw line. So what happens? Spearman takes the long jumper, but he missed it. Rebound Arnold off to Bouchou. In the corner, Osborne. Back to Neat for the long jumper, and this one is no good. Rebound goes to the Arnold on the baseline. The Flop turns around against the big guy, and he is fouled. The foul is going to be on Vincent Johnson. 35-31 to score. Manley leads, 6:19 to go.
Here we are, the pass inside. Uwe went straight up and came down, and Vincent got in there close on him and crowded him back. His third foul, Vincent Johnson.
Back into the ball game for Manley will be Leonard Jones. He'll replace Vincent Johnson. Johnson has 3 personal fouls. Bouchou will inbound. In the corner to Neat. He gets the block. His turnaround against Cross is short of everything. They fight for the rebound, and Washington is fouling Arnold from behind. The foul is on Ronald Washington. That's his third.
Good to see Block getting up and reaching up over the top is a call.
Once again, Steve Bouchou will inbound it. 6:14 to go in the third period. 35-31 Manley. Bouchou waits way out front to Neat. Now Arnold. Bouchou looking for the big guy. Instead, Arnold with a long jumper. Oh. And he got it. Oh, that's a sweet-looking shot. 35-33, Manley by 2.
What a scoring machine. He can hit from so many places on the court. A real threat anytime he's got his hands on the ball.
Well, the play is college ball at the University of Illinois, already announced. They shoveled it into Cross. He faked Flop and puts it up and in, and Flop then came back and fouled him.
Nice move. He really was hard to defense in there because he got those feet down. Watch him keep that left foot down. Fakes to the right, moves back up, and he drew that third foul on Uwe.
Uwe Blop now has 3 personal fouls with 5:42 to go in the third period. 37-33 Manley. If he has to come out, it'd be difficult to foresee how they could defend somebody like Cross without him. Cross completes a 3-point play, 38 now, 33. Manley on top, 5:41 to go in the period. We're in the third quarter. Steve Bouchou for Effingham gets the ball to Brad Neat. Now Osborne to Neat. Looking underneath. They get it to Arnold. His baseline jumper is up. And it's good, and he's fouled. Oh, he did it again. Leonard Jones got him.
Under pressure.
I think when you've got a star like that, you've got to keep going to him until they prove they can stop him. So far, they can't.
Well, he can score from a lot of angles. Here he comes in the replay. Goes up under pressure. There's not anything else a defensive man can do but crowd and try to take him out of his rhythm.
Well, for one thing, he took that pass in heavy traffic. There were people all around him, and he just wouldn't be denied. He grabbed the ball, went for the jumper, and made it. He misses the free throw, though. It remains 38-35 Manley. 5:26 to go. With the ball is Roy Spearman. In the corner, Anderson. His shot is good. Oh, Timothy Anderson, if he ever warms up there, he'll hurt you. He's done that all during the tournament. 40-35 now Manley. Boucher on the side to Neat. They get the ball. Here's Arnold again, baseline jumper. He got it again. Oh, that's behind the board. He had a difficult angle. 40-37. Manley by 3. The two teams just trade baskets. Dale Groupie off the bench. He'll come back in a moment. Now let's see what Anderson does. He pumps it up, and he got it from the corner. Tim Anderson and Mitch Arnold just trading baskets. 42-37 Manley. 4:44 for the third. 8 points for Anderson. Here is Osborne. 4:35 to go in the third period. And Neat. Boucher. Osborne. Foul called away from the ball. It's on Manley. I don't know who it's on yet. It is on Ronald Washington. Groupie comes back into the ball game, and Neat goes out.
It's Ron Washington's 4th foul.
So Washington has 4. Johnson has 3. For Manley. 42-37. Manley leads it. 4:30 to go. Here is Neat in the corner, Boucher. Boucher looking, gets the ball, and it's off the hands of Arnold or Blop. I think he intended that ball for the big guy, and Arnold stepped in front of him.
Yes, right. They're still zoning 2-3 down there, but wherever Arnold goes, they pick him up, go man-to-man with him. But it's not a box and one or anything like that. It's just man-to-man within that zone.
Boucher gets the ball. Jumper is up there this time, and he missed it. Rebound pulled down by Effingham. Steve Boucher for the Flaming Hearts. They're down 42-37, 4 minutes to go in the third period. Groupie out front to Neat. Now Boucher to Brad Neat. In the corner, Arnold going to pump from deep in that corner, and he rimmed it. High for the rebound is Leonard Jones. The ball away from him. Boucher, they fight for it underneath. Groupie had the ball deflected, knocked away. Coming down fast is Spearman. In the corner, Anderson. He gets into cross. He fakes the big guy. He lays it up. He missed it, but that's the 4th foul on Uwe Blop.
Very significant play, Jim, and Cross can get you off your feet. He's got some nice moves inside. We'll take a look at it. Inside, fakes on the baseline, gets him up in the air, and then takes it right up into him.
Into the ball game for Manley is number 13, Michael Buchanan. And setting down is number 31, Craig Pickett. Back into the ball game now for Effingham is Dallas Osborne, and Uwe Blop is going to come out. There's the big guy. When I say big, I mean it's 7'2½". The tallest player ever to play in the state tournament. Here is Cross. He got the first, 43-37.
Blop is the tallest player in Illinois high school history at 7'2½".
3 minutes, 34 seconds remain to be played in the third quarter. There is Cross. He got it again, and Manley's on top now by 7, 44-37. Osborne inbounds the ball to Boucher. You got Osborne on the pivot now. He drives on Cross, and Cross stuffs it back. Blocked it away. Picked up by Boucher. Cross course to Neat. His long jumper is short. And the rebound is grabbed by Manley. With it is Michael Buchanan. Now up to Spearman. Roy Spearman brings it down. 3:02 to go in the third. In the corner, Anderson. They give it underneath the Cross, and he is fouled. Boy, I think Osborne got the worst of that deal. He picked up the foul, but he also got hit in the face.
Osborne collapsing back in from the top. Yeah, he caught that left elbow right across the chops.
He really got creased by a very, very strong man, Russell Cross. He weighs 233.
44-37. Manley leads Effingham with 2:55 to go here in the third period. One of your network sponsors is DeKalb Ag Research. 2 minutes and 55 seconds remain to be played in the third period. It's Manley 44 and Effingham 37. The winner of this will be the champion of AA basketball in the state of Illinois. Luther South won the Class A championship. This is the second of 3 big weekends. We'll be back next week for the girls Class A and AA. Then the state track meet for you live from Eastern Illinois University in Charleston on May 24th. All a part of the package that Liz Astroff talked about a little while ago. Short jumper up, no good. Rebound, foot for it comes out front, and Russell crosses the man who retrieves it. They swarm around him, but he clears it out front to Spearman.
Don't hold it. Don't hold it.
Spearman in the corner. Anderson. Now Spearman. Down the lane, going for the shot, up off the board, around, and good. That is Leonard Jones on a good move. He is fouled, and the basket is going to count. Let's see.
Drive down the lane. It felt that Osborne had moved up, made the contact. The call on Osborne for blocking.
Osborne picks up the foul. It is now a 46-37 game. Manley's biggest lead with 2:29 to go in the third period. At the line is Leonard Jones. He's already scored 5 points in the game. He come off the bench. Arnold retrieves that rebound for Effingham, and he hands it off to Bouchou. Steve Bouchou, 5'6" senior. Brings it down short.
With that lead, Manley's able to stay in that 2-3 zone, and they can rest Russell back in there and save him for some crucial rebounding and crucial offensive play.
Here's Arnold, baseline drive. He jumps it up, and he is fouled. Timothy Anderson got him. Mitch Arnold will go to the line. He has scored 31, 39, and 19 in the 3 state tournament games.
Down to that baseline, and he got up after it, and the shot hardly ever got off. He hardly ever got the shot off, so I think there was a lot of contact in there. We couldn't see it from the other side.
He has scored 16 points in this game so far. Now 17. 46-38. 2:05 to go in the third period. Effingham trails. The All-Stater lets it fly, and he makes it 46-39 now. Here is Cross. Effingham in the press. With the ball is Timothy Anderson. Driving hard is Buchanan. His shot is up, no good, but he is fouled. Brad Neat picks up the foul for Effingham.
He brings the ball right to him, wanted to draw the Osborne out so he could kick that ball down low. He didn't come, and the kickoff, and there was a foul called underneath on that right side, dropping on Brad Neat.
Michael Buchanan at the line. He'll shoot 2. 46-39 is the score. Manley leads it. 1:56 to go down the third.
I think Jim Maxton, the coach from Effingham, would like to get into that fourth quarter before he comes back in with Uwe.
47-39 now.
One thing, if you're an Effingham rooter, you know that team can score a lot in a hurry.
They've been over 100 9 times this year, averaging 91. Down the lane, Osborne. His shot is off the board and in.
Nice move in traffic.
47-41. Manley leads. 1:38 to go in the third. In a hurry, Buchanan. All the way down the lane. He pumps it up off the board, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Buchanan.
That time, Brad Neat got there, got the position. We'll see Brad get across. He established position, held his ground, and got the foul, drew the charge. A big play, a big turnaround play possibly here.
With 1.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, 47-41 Manley. Bouchou walks it down to Osborne. Back to Bouchou. Now Brad Neat on the right side. Now Arnold, free for the long jumper, and he got it. 47-43, Manley by 4. Just when it looked like the Wildcats wanted to open up the big gap between themselves and Effingham, the Flaming Hearts come right back. Deep pass in the corner, driving, shot is up. Leonard Jones on a hard drive to the basket, but he is fouled. Picking up the foul is Dale Groupie.
Here we are with the replay of it. Groupie comes across, goes after the shot, gets up, gets in there with his body.
As you could see on the replay, Effingham had bodies all over the court. Two of the people were down.
Without Uwe in there, this is an Effingham team that went all the way to the Super Sectional last year and had a super year.
Leonard Jones misses the first. He has scored 5 points in the game. He'll have one more now with 58 seconds to go in the third period. 47-43 Manley.
Manley is not a good free throw shooting team. It might be the difference coming down to the wire.
He missed that one high for the rebound, Arnold. And he gets it to Bouchou. They can cut it to 2 with a basket. 52 seconds now. That is Osborne.
Yeah, they're playing for one. They're going to play for one here. See if they can't take it in just 2 down.
Mitch Arnold and Mark Mann. They've got Anderson trailing him wherever he goes. You think that Manley understands this ball's going to Arnold if they can.
32 seconds now. The Flaming Hearts just passing it around and around the perimeter. They're down by 4, 47-43. Now Manley out on him a bit with 12 seconds to go. Osborne looking for Arnold. They get it to him. He fakes. He pumps. It's off the board. It is no good. Being chased down there by Anderson. 4 seconds. Long jumper Anderson off the board. No good. They chase it to the corner. Buchanan had it. Knocked out of bounds at the end of 3 periods of play, and Manley leads it 47-43. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance. Uwe Blopp is coming back into the ball game for Effingham, and the Flaming Hearts made a little run that time to Campbell at the Chicago Manley Wildcats.
Yes, it looked at about the time that I thought Uwe ought to be brought back in. It went up to 9, and they cut it back down to 4 with a nice rush there, started by Osborne's drive down the middle and a couple nice defensive plays at the other end.
1 quarter for the state championship now. Effingham wants the trophy at 600 South Henrietta, and Effingham, Manley thinks it belongs at 2935 West Polk Street in Chicago.
Cross actually got the tip, but he tipped it to Effingham's Bouchou. Now Brad Neat. Arnold down the lane. He lost the ball. He gets it. Oh, he just brings it out of there. He just muscles it out of there. Gives the ball to Blopp. He lost it on the floor, though. Picked up by Anderson. And the ball belongs to Spearman. Back out front. They get the ball. They lob it in. Out across. Knocked away from him. Picked up by Bouchou. When you see Mitch Arnold handle the ball like that in traffic, it looks like he might be able to play in this big league.
Yeah, I would say so.
He got his hands on that loose ball there, too, and turned it over. Now Manley back.
Stolen, and Anderson brings it down for Manley in the corner. Spearman, good pass. Spearman layup. Oh, he missed it. Rebound, cross up strong, and he missed it. Back again, missed it again. Next one up. Foul is called on Arnold.
That was quite a flurry down in there. Here's the shot put up by Russell Cross. He goes and gets it again in traffic. There's got to be some bodies bumping in there. Larry Nemers had to call something in there to get that curious action settled down for a second.
Dale Groupie is into the ball game now for Dallas Osborne. At the line to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Timothy Anderson. He has scored 8 points in the game. That last foul was on Osborne, his third. Did not make the free throw, and Blopp has the rebound for Effingham. He waits and gets it to Brad Neat. A little pressure being applied there by Timothy Anderson. They two-time him. He gets the ball to Bouchou. To Blopp. Shovels to Arnold. Beats his man. Reverse layup.
Oh, beautiful move under
pressure.
pressure.
Baseline. 47-45. Manley by 2.
Mitch Arnold's a short version of Larry Bird.
He really does. He reminds me of him very much.
Here is Spearman for Manley going to the right side. He shovels the ball. Baseline jumpers up and good. That is Leonard Jones from along the baseline, and Manley, just when it looks like Effingham might come back, they come back themselves.
Every time in this tournament they've been challenged, they've been equal to the task.
49-45. There is Neat with the ball at the free throw line for his jumper. It's up, it's off, it's no good. Foul is called on Arnold from behind. Leonard Jones will go to the line for Manley. The second foul on Mitch Arnold.
There's the shot. You'll see Rich try to go after it from underneath in bad position. Very rare that he fouls. He's got good body control. He usually stays out of those impulsive kind of calls or plays like that.
Manley led 16-14 at the end of one. Manley led 33-29 at the end of the half. Manley led 47-43 at the end of 3 periods. Shot is up and good. It rolled around, it fell in. Leonard Jones. And a timeout has been called now by Jim Maxidon of Effingham. With 6:16 to go on the game, Manley leading 50-45. A reminder that one of your network sponsors is DeKalb Ag Research. The situation is this: 6 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the championship game. Manley leads at 50-45. At the line to try to complete the second half of this free throw attempt is Leonard Jones. And he got it. 51-45, the lead at 6. Effingham cut it to 2, but Manley came right back. Bouchou in traffic. Lost the ball, but Spearman fouled it. Spearman drives all the way for the layup there, but the foul had been called at the center line. And Bouchou was fouled by Spearman.
I think we'll see that. It was a good call. A reach in there. Got him right there on the going after the loose ball. I don't think he called it on the steal. He called it on the loose ball chase down.
Steve Bouchou, an 80% foul shooter on the year. Used mostly as a ball handler and playmaker. He's averaging only 1.6. Seems to be something on the court, and Jim Maxidon, the Effingham coach, asked one of the officials to wipe it up, which he did, where the bodies fell just a moment ago. 51-45, Manley leads, 6:08 to go at the line. Bouchou. He rimmed it. Oh, fighting hard for the rebound. Arnold, he fakes cross once, twice, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Blopp's got it, and a jump ball is called. Blopp and Johnson of Manley. Two of the All-Staters, and a little confrontation there.
Yeah, Arnold was trying to neutralize him with that fake, and Russell stayed down. He waited and waited and waited, and then went up finally when he showed shot.
There's a tip. Spearman anticipates it beautifully, goes all the way down, lays it up and off the board and in. 53-45. You could see him. He had that look in his eye like he was going to do that.
Yeah, smart play. Released out of that jump circle. He thought Uwe would probably pull it back.
Here is Arnold on the charge. Mitch Arnold trying to free himself for that baseline jumper, runs into Leonard Jones, and Arnold has picked up his third foul. 53-45, Manley with 5:46 to go.
Arnold shows absolutely no emotion in his face. He's deadpan through the whole thing.
Little pressure being applied by Effingham. Deep pass off to Jones. His left-hand jumper is up and in along the baseline. Now Manley has extended the lead to 10, 55-45. 5.5 minutes to go. And once again, Effingham team make another run at Manley.
Well, that's right, and Manley seemed to be susceptible. The first night we had Downers Grove running at him, coming down to the wire, and this afternoon Lincoln made a rush at him too, but if they can absorb it, they'll get a rush of their own coming back.
What intensity Manley showing, especially Spearman at the point. Here comes Arnold.
There's a blocking foul this time as Mitch Arnold makes a good move along the baseline. And the blocking foul was called on Leonard Jones. Same two people involved. The call just went the other way this time.
Yeah, he turned the corner. He's still moving. Number 21 was still moving. Leonard Jones, and the foul was on him. His second.
Arnold has scored 22, and now 23. He has had runs of 31, 39, 19, and now 23. 55-46. This one's up. It rolled around and it fell in. 55-47. Manley on top. 5:18 to go for the game.
Arnold has more than half of Effingham's point total.
Effingham in a man-to-man.
Spearman gets the ball to Anderson. Back to Spearman now with 5 minutes to go. Underneath cross. He made a good move. Laid it off the board and in. 57-47.
We're beginning to see the moves that Russell Cross has inside that makes him such a fine college prospect.
Here's a foul on Roy Spearman.
That's a good point, Dick. Russell Cross had some knee problems in the first game. Didn't look very good, but the real Russell Cross stood up here tonight, and he's tough.
That's right. He's played with a degree of pain. Only he knows how much that's been hurting, and he seems to be pushing it in the back of his mind.
At the line will be Steve Boucher. He's an 80% foul shooter. He'll have the 1-and-1. 57-48 now. That's his first point in the game. $57-49. Manley leads with 4:52 to go. Timothy Anderson brings it down. They try to trap him along the sidelines. They do trap him, but he throws the ball to his man wide open. That is Jones. And he is fouled underneath. Flop got him, and he is fouled out of the ball game. The big guy is coming out. What a tremendous ovation for Uwe Block. He seems to be a good-natured kid, doesn't he? They're standing all over the place and cheering for him.
Well, he certainly deserves it. He's taken this entire tournament, and they've taken him to heart. Uwe Blop, and he's a junior. He'll be back at Effingham next year.
Timothy Anderson threw a tremendous pass out of a tough trap right here in front of us at the 10-second line. He threw it diagonally across there. Threw that thing diagonally across there, and it came down there. Here it is. Through the arms, down underneath. Uwe came after it. Fouled him, and he's out of the ball game, and maybe Effingham will come in with a quicker lineup now. They're forced to.
Dallas Horsburn back in for Effingham, replacing Blop. Free throw is up and good by Leonard Jones, and now the lead is 58-49 Manley.
Leonard Jones has played very well in there in relief of Ronald Washington, who's had 4 fouls. Got 4 very early trying to defend Mitch Arnold.
He has scored 12 points. That tip-up is tipped in by Vincent Johnson, and it's now 60-49, the biggest lead of the game for Manley with 4:33 to go. Gruppe drives. He plays it hard off the board. He got it. Dale Gruppe, 60-51 now.
The game's not over. There's 4:20 to go. Manley has the lead, but Effingham is capable.
Don't hold it, don't hold it.
With it is Spearman. He gets it across. He loses the ball. It's deflected and picked out of there by Effingham. They bounce the pass, and now the ball's knocked out of bounds by Timothy Anderson along the sideline right in front of the Effingham bench. It belongs to the Flaming Hearts. Steve Boucher will inbound. Just 4:09 to go in this championship game. It's 60-51 Manley.
I think if Manley gets the ball back, they'll run some time down off that clock.
Here is Arnold. Makes a drive. They two-time him. He's looking for the shot. He lobs the ball to Horsburn. He turns around, has it deflected. It goes to the floor. Picked up there by Spearman. On the turnover, Boucher tries to steal. He does steal it. Gets it off the knee. About 3-on-3 on the break, so he has to stop. To Horsburn. Shovels underneath. Gruppe. Shot is up and good. On the reverse, 60-53.
That might be the start of the rally.
3:37 to go. Offensive foul called against Timothy Anderson. The ball belongs to Effingham. That is the 4th foul on Anderson. There is Jim Maxton, the Effingham coach, and his counterpart, Willie Little.
Might not be a bad time to call a timeout, Willie.
Darrell Backstrom, the assistant coach, just said something to Willie about that very subject.
Here is Neat. He gets the ball, and he gets it into Arnold, who is fouled. It's 60-53 with 3:33 to go. Mitch Arnold will go to the line. And now Willie Little is going to call that timeout.
Trying to get that ball inside to Arnold.
3:33 to go. One of your network sponsors is the Calbag Research.
Travis Honey, Jim Turpin, and Dick Campbell at the Assembly Hall, and we're happy to have the following stations on our network tonight: WSIL Harrisburg, KHQA Quincy, WHBF Rock Island, WICD Champaign, WRAU Peoria, WICS Springfield, WIFR Rockford, and WGN Television Chicago.
Mitch Arnold makes the first at 60-54. Manley leads at 3:33 to go. 60-55 now.
Somehow I knew he'd make those two.
Anderson gets the ball to Spearman. He is two-time, and he almost threw the ball away, but Anderson retrieves it. Knocked away from him, and Troop 10-second call. 10-second call against Manley. The ball belongs to Effingham. Here is Maxiden. He's excited now, isn't he? His team is down by 5. They're making a real run at Manley.
Exactly 10 seconds. It was 33 when the timeout occurred, or when the free throws were shot. It was 23 when they called it.
Osborne lobs the ball for Groupie, but it's stolen away. A beautiful play underneath by Anderson to Cross. And with the ball now is Jones. And he lobs it off to Anderson. 3:06 to go. That is Spearman. Way out front with it now is Vincent Johnson. 2:56 to go. One little time off the clock. They lost the ball out of bounds. Timothy Anderson, it was a high pass, but he kind of took his eye off of it at the last moment. Went through his hands out of bounds. So Effingham gets it back. Need has a hard time, but he gets the ball into Arnold. To Osborne. Deep pass in the corner. Ruppy, he's going to pump from there. The ball's deflected. Picked out of midair by Johnson. He's traveling. Once again, it's Effingham's ball. Ruppy's shot in the corner was blocked. It was picked out of midair. Let's watch it.
Yes, he did travel. He lost his balance. He couldn't get the ball down in time.
Bouchou will inbound in the corner to Brad Neat. He lobs underneath. Here's Ruppy driving.
Oh, beautiful move. Beautiful.
60-57. Here is Cross with the ball. Osborne tries to steal but can't do it.
Near foul by Arnold there. He drew back in time.
They scramble for the ball, and a jump ball is called. It's Osborne for Effingham and Spearman for Manley. Willie Little off the bench now. Will he call another timeout or not? His team's a bit disorganized at the moment.
Bouchou will create this thing here. He dives, leaves his feet for that loose ball, and Osborne steps up in there and calls creates the jump ball.
What great intensity, what great effort by these high school performers. They are remarkable.
6-3 against 5-8 on this jump ball. Osborne controls. He gets it to Mitch Arnold. 60-57. Manley by 3 with 2:19 to go. You couldn't ask for a better final. It's the best final we've had in years. Groupie again. Same play. This time he lays it up. Again, Groupie. A good hard drive
on a drive to the hoop.
60-59. Manley by 1. Cross in trouble. Gets the ball off to Jones. He's down fast. He stops. He lobs. That's Spearman with it. Comes out front. 1:58 to go. And now Anderson underneath. Cross for the super pass. Manley. 62-59. The lead at 3 for Manley. 1:49 to go. Bouchou brings it down. Off to Neat. In the corner. Arnold with a long jump. It is short. Rebound grabbed out of there by Anderson. And a foul is called on Groupie with 1:36 to go.
Timothy Anderson down here at the other end. A super pass on the right side to Cross. Then back the other end. A big rebound. He's the money player for Manley.
He's made so many big plays throughout this tournament. And he made another one there. Now 22, Ronald Washington, who's been out a long time with fouls, is back in the game for Manley.
They're taking the small guard out of there. They're going to play with a little bigger lineup. I guess they go over the top and not have to put that ball on the floor quite so much against the pressure of Effingham.
Big free throws here for Timothy Anderson. He is a 68% foul shooter on the year. His average is 13.3. He has scored 8 points in this game. He got it. 63-59. The lead at 4 for Manley.
Manley's size in the lineup, 3'6'5", a 6'7", and a 6'10".
Well, and they've only got one guard in the lineup, one true guard, and that is Ronald Washington at 6'5". Apparently Leonard Jones will shift to the backcourt.
And he got them both. Timothy Anderson, 64-59, the lead at 5 now. in a hurry is Bouchou. He lobs underneath. Watch Groupie this time. Goes in against Cross. He lays it up. The ball's deflected. They fight for it in the corner, and Washington has it for Manley. He comes out of there with it. 1:21 to go. 1:18 to go now. A minute and 9 seconds, as you can see, remains to be played. It's 64-59 Manley. They have the ball to inbound near the center line. The young man who has done it all for them here in the last couple of minutes, Timothy Anderson, will inbound it. Gets it into Jones. Now Anderson. Now Jones. He kicks it. Goes to the floor. They scramble. Traveling is going to be called there on Steve Bouchou. Good call. He just couldn't quite come up to the handle. A minute and 1 second remain to be played in the championship game. 64-59 Manley and the ball. And it comes to Leonard Jones, 21. They two-time him, but he gets it off to Washington. 55 seconds now. Manley doing a good job right now with the ball. 46 seconds to go. Gonna have to foul somebody soon. There it is. Brad Neat picks up the foul. Going to the line will be Timothy Anderson, who in the last minute or so has made one great feed underneath. Followed that with a couple of free throws to take this game out of danger. It's 64-59. Before he did that was a one-ball ball game.
Manley's done a nice job. They've absorbed the rush of Effingham up to a tie ball game or within two, and now they're back in control.
Timothy Anderson makes the first at 65-59. The lead now for Manley. 42 seconds to go. He'll have one more. He has scored 12 points in the game. He got it. 66-59. The lead at 7. 40 seconds. Bouchou threw the ball away, and that's it. Vincent Johnson has it, and he is fouled from behind. 35 seconds remain to be played. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is one of the best finals we've had here in quite some time. And indeed, the timeout has been taken here by Effingham. Timeout here in the fourth period. Manley leads it 66-59. 66-59, Manley on top. And going to the line will be Vincent Johnson. Chicago Manley, this ball club, going to win the championship here, and they have won every game they've played this season except one. They got beat 55-54 by Collins. And that was a team they came on to beat in the Public League playoffs 67-55 to redeem themselves on that. They won the Malcolm X Thanksgiving tournament. They won the Centralia Holiday tournament. And of course, they have won the Public League playoffs to get here. It's now 68-59. Each time Effingham made a run at Manley. Manley was equal to the occasion. Here is Bouchou with 31 seconds to go. And Effingham can't get the shot off. It belongs to Leonard Jones. He's in traffic and he is tied up. Nope, he is fouled by Groupie. 23 seconds to go. This has been a very, very intense ball game, a very good game, and the people here ought to stand and applaud when this one's over, because it's been a real fine final.
Oh, we have a moment of salute to Effingham, Coach James Maxedon, Principal Russell Marvel, A.D. Jack Klosterman, and all the fine people involved from Effingham High School. Chicago Manley, of course, the principal is Blaine Deny, and Coach Willie Little and the team all smiles as they'll bring the big trophy back to Chicago.
Luther South has won the Class A championship. They have the Chicago Private League, and now the Public League champion is going to win the Double-A championship for the big city. It's 69-59 Manley, 17 seconds to go. In the corner, Arnold. He missed it. Gets his own rebound. He feeds Groupie, who makes the layup. 69-61. Manley by 8 with 9 seconds to go. That is 17 points in the game for Groupie. By far his best game of this tournament. And now Jim Maxedon's going to do a nice thing. He's going to take some of his stars out of the ball game. There comes Arnold out. He's going to let some of the bench warmers. There comes Groupie out of the ball game. What a season they have had. Effingham going into this game had lost just once to Cahokia, 65-64. They had captured the Heartland Classic Tournament, the Newton Regional, the West Frank.
You direct your attention to midcourt for the presentation of the first and second place team and individual awards for the 1980 Boys Class AA State Basketball Tournament. Making the presentations will be members of the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors and Administrative Staff. Presenting the medallions to the squad members for the second place finishing team will be Gail Borton of West Frankfort High School and Don Robinson of the IHSA staff. At this time, please meet the Flaming Hearts of Effingham, who finished the 1980 season in second place. Their final record, 30 wins and only 2 losses. Now the individual medallions to head coach James Maxedon, assistant coach Glenn Temple, sophomore coach Wayne Rubach, freshman coach Bob Lawrence, and the players: number 12, Gail Higgs, number 50, Don Deeker, number 30, Ted Gravenhorst, number 20, Chuck Keller, number 24, Jeff Wolfer, number 32, Jim Shadowins, number 10, Steve Bouchou, number 14, Brad Neat, number 52, Dallas Orsborn, number 40, Dale Groupie, number 44, Uwe Bluff, and number 42, Mitch Arnold. And now the second place trophy, presented by Mr. Robert Purley of Roseville High School. Will Coach James Maxedon and the captains of the Flaming Hearts of Effingham step forward and receive your second place trophy. Making medallion presentations to the members of the championship team will be Dr. Joseph Sergio of Steinmetz High School in Chicago and L.L. Astroth of the Illinois High School Association. At this time, please meet the Wildcats of Manley High School in Chicago, who finished the 1980 season in first place with a final record of 31 wins, only 1 loss. The principal of the high school, Mr. Blaine Denai. Individual awards to head coach Willie Little, assistant coach Darrell Backstrom, assistant coach Rick Kilby, assistant coach Lawyer Dixon, assistant coach Roy Sanders. And now the players: number 12, James Yarbrough, number 13, Michael Buchanan, number 33, Rodell Roberson, number 31, Craig Pickett, number 30, Dwayne Rose, number 42, Maurice Watson, number 21, Leonard Jones, number 10, Roy Spearman, number 22, Ron Washington, number 44, Tim Anderson, number 34, Vincent Johnson, and number 52, Russell Cross. The championship trophy will be presented by Dr. Nicholas Manos of Niles West High School in Skokie. The board member for the IHSA. Will head coach Willie Little and the captains of the Manley Wildcats step forward to receive the championship trophy.
Congratulations again to the state champion, and now moving in to stand with me is the principal of Effingham High School, Russell Marvel. You must be very proud of the effort of your young men.
Well, I'll tell you, our young men, the people from our community, our cheering section, as I was telling you before, we've had people who have said they've been here at the state tournament 20 years. They've never seen crowds like ours, and I'll tell you what, it really makes the principal happy for something like that.
I can say it does. Tell us about the plans for the team when they get home.
Okay, they're going to leave here about 11:30 tomorrow, and the police are going to pick them up in Neoga and escort them all the way into Effingham. We're going to have a parade. We're going to end up at the high school and have a program there at the high school starting about 1:30, last an hour or so.
Thank you very much, Russell Marvel, and congratulations to Effingham.
Thank you for having me.
That was Russell Marvel, and now we're going to bring in the head coach of the state champions of Illinois and his wife, Willie Little and Mrs. Little. Congratulations. Tell us how you feel right now.
I don't have the words to explain how I feel. Our theme all during the tournament was Reverend Jackson, Sago, push for excel. We excel for excellent and good number one, and we just pray to God that it came out that way.
Mrs. Little, you must have a reaction too.
It's just unbelievable. You work so hard and you finally make it. It's just really, really unbelievable.
We're happy to share in your dream come true. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coach Willie Little and Mrs. Little, there goes the head coach of Chicago Manley, the state champion. And for us, Jim Turpin and Dick Campbell, the spectacle is over. It's history for 1980. And for these remarkable young men and women that participated in this championship, it's been a special time. It's been a time that they'll never forget. We'll never forget it either, and we invite everybody to come back next week and join us for the girls A and AA.
I'd like to say again, Frank, as I said all along, I think it was one of the best state tournaments, certainly one of the best finals that we've had in a long, long time, and I sure like doing the play-by-play of it.
It was a super wind-up to a great week, and in fact, 2 weeks for me. I want to thank you two pros for putting up with my amateurish commentary. It was just a heck of a lot of fun, and it's almost as fun as coaching.
Thanks, Dick Campbell and Jim Turpin, for a super job. Frank Bissoni saying good night and thank you, and congratulations to Manley, the champion of the state, and all the rest of the teams, winners all.